Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm here. I I haven't been feeling up to snuff tonight, so I kind of been laying low. I have to apologize to Wanda. I'm so sorry. I missed you live. I saw most of it. I was lurking in the background. I didn't want to say anything, and I didn't want to have to explain why I didn't want to go up on the live. I have not been feeling myself tonight, or a good part of the day. For one thing, I was in a foul mood because I was wrestling with YouTube again and uh, trying to get it to do what I wanted it to do, and it kept saying no. I don't want to do that. And I just kept getting more and more frustrated. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Mr. Mud. I love you guys. I'm gonna do that and that. Yeah, I actually got some decent sleep today, but I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. First of all, Chris, because he's going through a really rough time losing a dear person in his life. Hello, Heather. I love you guys. I really do. Hello, Ace. Um, I, I just, I really was. I was in a foul mood because of you arguing with that thing all day. And then I got a phone call, and at least it made me feel better because I did hear from Chris, and he said he's doing okay. He's just laying low because, it really hit him hard. It's a very, very dear, close person in his life that he lost. And it affects other people around them that mean a lot to him too. And he's just been having a really rough time. So, oh, isn't that cute? Very good, Heather. Yeah. Well, my favorite saying is from Padre Pio that he always said, "Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry is useless. Don't worry about stuff. Just say your prayers and have faith that everything is going to turn out the way it should." And sometimes that's a hard lesson to carry over into the real world because the real world kind of sucks. But yeah, it's hard not to worry. It's not so much that I worry about people or I worry about stuff, is that it just really hits me hard, and I just feel for the other people that are involved, and I just I just want to give them big hugs, and I know they're so far away that I can't do that. So I have to do the next best thing, which is I can just pray for them and hope that that will suffice. Maybe their guardian angel will go and give them a big hug and make them feel better. Because, sometimes life sucks. And I would love to be there for everyone, but I can't always do that. I'm okay, Wanda. I am so sorry. I really want. I was sitting in the background, and I kept hearing everything that you guys were saying, and I felt so bad because you were so sweet. I love all of you so much, and I hated to just sit there and keep my mouth shut, but I just could not. I just my heart wasn't in it. I couldn't. I besides trying to get over being in such a foul mood earlier, and with everything going on, it was not a good night. I was not up for uh, I was not good company, let's put it that way. Not fit to be in good company because I was in such a foul mood. I hate being that way, but every now and then something just ticks me off to the point where I just want to throw things. I know it's not like me, but every once in a while I'll get in one of those moods and I just can't get over it. It takes a while to work it all out. And I was glad that Chris called because that did start the calming down. Of course, then I started thinking about how badly, here I am going on and on and on about poor me having to deal with YouTube, and Chris is dealing with this situation that he's in, and it just made me feel like that big, and yeah, I couldn't deal with it. I didn't want to get anybody else feeling down, but I really appreciate all the sweet things you guys said. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all so much. I really do. And I really appreciate all of your concern. Hello, Paul. How are you? I know I noticed that you dozed off for a while. You did say something about that. I missed part of the live because that was when Chris called. So I kind of was off for um, probably a good half hour or more. But I don't know. I don't know who needed to talk more, him or me. I think we both needed a good talk, and we were on the phone for quite a while, which made me feel a lot better, and I hope it made him feel a lot better. Okay, so who we got here? Teresa, Mr. Mudd, Heather, Ace, always there, always loyal, always Johnny on the spot. Love you, girl. My sister from another mister. Uh, Troy. I didn't see you come in. Hello, my friend. Uh, I figured I'd at least pop on and let you guys know I'm still alive and I'm fine. I'm just in one of those moods. I had one of those incidents that made me a little cuckoo for a while, and I just didn't feel fit to be in company with anybody because it was not a pretty mood that I was in. Oh, Marianne, I missed you. Hello. I saw that. I saw that. Wanda goes off to the bathroom. She says, hold the fort while I go off to the bathroom. And 2 seconds later, poof, Marianne's gone. It's like, oh no. That was so funny. Oh, hello, Chris. How are you, my friend? Ah, let me see. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come over here and do that and do that and do that. There he is, the man of the hour. Hello, my friend.
All clean shaven and clean.
You feel a little better, maybe?
Uh,
I hope.
yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm at the point where it's in God's hands. There's nothing I can do to change what has occurred.
Yeah.
So, and I know good and well that if it was me and, if it was, the roles were reversed, I wouldn't want anybody sitting here being down in the dumps. I would rather everybody go, you know what? We're going to go on an adventure. We're going to go, even if it's, I'm going to take a walk into my backyard, or for you, Miss Lori, I'm going to go walk out on the pond and just enjoy the day because he wouldn't want me to be, you know, worried. He wouldn't want me to be, upset and crying. He'd want me to live and live for each day as it's a new day.
Absolutely.
So, I'm at that point where, no, I don't know when the funeral or what they're going to do with the arrangements for everybody that didn't know that I talked to Miss Lori. Uh, uh,
I told him.
okay. But so at this point, I don't know, but I know that because I have Faith, my dog, um, she is 15. So I can't see me putting her in a kennel and then me driving 10 to 11 hours from my house down to Corpus Christi, Texas. So that's a long drive.
Yeah.
And if so, with because I have Faith, I couldn't, in my right mind, leave her somewhere. If I put her in a kennel, she's going to think, "What is
He's
this? Am I
mm,
being punished? And is he just abandoning me?" I no, I don't want her to think that.
Yeah.
and all this. And so, obviously I'd take faith, or I could hire somebody, but then could I hire? It'd be somebody I've never met, somebody I don't know, you
Yeah.
know, type thing. Because yes, I have cousins, two cousins, but my two cousins, they've got one's got the dam, and so he stays busy quite often.
Yeah, especially the way it is, the way it was a couple of days ago. There was raging river.
Yeah, and so if I go somewhere where, like, in a couple of weeks I've got to go see the urologist. Well, no, I won't take faith because it's been averaging 100 degrees and the heat index has been over 100. And so I'm not going to take faith. I'm going to leave her here. If I'm going to be gone an hour, a couple hours, okay, she can stay at home. If I go on a road trip, or if I run to, here in town or something like that, just going for a drive, you darn tootin', she's going to go with me, you know. And if I run to this local Sonic to grab a burger or something, uh, or a watermelon slushy, oh, I'm so ready for one. And
I would buy you one right now if I could.
well, no, I'm just what I need to do is, because because I don't have ice here at the house, because my refrigerator is 6 months old, and it's got an ice maker, but there's no water line that's ran from the kitchen sink and water and then back around. So I don't have ice. So I've been looking at maybe saving up to get me one of them, what I call Sonic ice, that little pellet, the good ice, not the big chunks that you normally see in ice makers.
You could just pick up some ice cube trays at Walmart for a couple of bucks each.
Yeah.
Find a shelf in the.
Well, I mean, I could put it in where the ice would normally, where the ice maker would drop, and I could put it there and all that. And the only thing is that I would, I don't have ice trays yet. It's kind of like, it would be a temporary thing if I got ice trays, because eventually I want to get one of those deals that's a countertop thing that makes, I don't know, 2 quarts or whatever, a gallon of that crunchy little
Little.
pellet type ice. What we call it, Sonic ice, for those that have Sonics and all that. It's like, oh, it's great for making, putting in your drinks, tea, or I'm not talking about alcohol, because I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But it's a good, like if you're going to make slushies or if you're going to make snow cones, it's the best ice. And the problem is that if you go buy a bag of ice from Sonic, which they sell it, bring it home, you dump it in your refrigerator, well, then it gets like real hard as a rock, because it's kind of melted because of the wonderful.
On the way home, it starts to melt, and then
And then
it
it gets in a big
glob.
blob. And that, in past experiences, where I've put in the freezer in the bag, and then the bottom of it's like a solid piece of rock of ice. So anyway, I'm looking at maybe trying to get a air fryer so I can eat healthier. So I'm not microwaving everything.
Yeah, microwave is terrible.
But because I get, like, when I at the end of the month, I do the groceries, I buy for a whole month. And so I resupply on things that I need or whatever. Like, I got to get mayonnaise, I need to get toilet paper, I need to get uh, uh, either another box of what for a who, get another box of these little things as
Mm-hmm.
a backup, because every time I go to the veterinary to buy a little small bag that only will last her about a day, that's $13. So, you know, and $13 every so many days for a month, that's going to be a lot of money. But a friend is supposedly going to, when they have time, they're going to make official dog things, because the banner's not banning.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just picking on you. Um, but
There. But don't say that word.
now, see, Brook Trout, Mr. Paul, I've got a water line. There's the problem is that if you imagine a capital U, like the letter U, so two sides. I have what's called a galley kitchen. So I've got two sides, and then I've got an end, so it looks like a big U. So if you imagine, at the bottom of the U is my kitchen sink, and then around the corner through cabinets on this side of the U. So on this side over here, we removed cabinets because the fridge was too big. It was too tall. So the little, up above cabinets that you usually have above your refrigerator, the little small ones.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can never get at anyway.
well, we had to take them down because of the height. But it's a 10-foot run from the refrigerator back around to the sink. Then the problem is that I'm going to have to replace all the doomahickey things underneath the sink, which I can do. It's just laying down and then trying to get back up is, yeah. Anyway. But it doesn't have the connection for an inline water line. The problem I have is that the water here in Oklahoma and all that, it's like I have, those 5-gallon jugs that you can get like at Walmart or wherever to have filtered water.
Yeah.
I've got one of those deals that I buy 5 gallons every month because I use it for coffee. I give Faith the filtered water because I noticed that when I got water out of the sink in her, because she's got like a water dispenser that holds a gallon of water, and then gravity flows down and it goes into a bowl. The bowl was starting to have deposits and all that, and I'm like, nope, I'm not giving that to my dog.
Yeah, because God knows what they are.
And it's like, so I went ahead and got filtered water because I don't have a house filtration system on this house, because this house has other things like new siding, new windows, new garage door, and all of this jazz. So I know I'm rambling, and I'm sorry, Miss Lori.
That's okay.
But
you can ramble all you want.
But it's what? I was talking about you, not to you. Oh.
Hello, Faith.
You want a little treat? No, you don't want a treat. Okay. I don't have food. Okay. I don't. I love you. All right. Bye-bye. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, she's, good night, Wanda. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Wanda.
So,
love you, girl.
But it's one of those things where I've seriously wondered. I'm trying to figure out, and I need to get off my duff, and I need to sit down and garage door, to get a new garage door, get it installed, it's going to cost X amount of money. Okay. New siding is going to cost X. New windows is going to cost X. And then, yes, sir. That's what I have, a 3/8 to 1/4. I've got a T, and it's one of those. It's a saddle tee, is what it's called. I have that. Uh, so anyway, I want to figure all of those prices of all the things. That's not including getting a fenced-in backyard or a. To me, Faith has got her little area fenced in. So my cousins and helped me take care of that for Faith. Yes, I'm talking about you again. Uh, but if I did stay here, my priority would be, the flooding slant, or figure out how I can get a storm cellar put in, because the fact that I'd rather have it and not use it than not have it and go, oh dear, we got one coming.
You might want to take care of that drainage problem first. I wonder if you could get the town to help by digging a trench and putting in
I mean, I'd be happy if they would just dig the trench, because then I could lay, what's called a French drain type deal, and run it from the length of because I've got behind me. I know you can't see it, but behind me is the other property that I own, which is a vacant lot. So, I mean, I can dig a deep trench or whatever, and then run it out to the street, and then it can flow down the street. I don't mind a little bit of flooding, but you want more? I just gave you one. Don't give me the nose trick. But anyway, so I thought, I've got two people, and I won't mention names, that want me to move to their state. I've got another person that's sitting there going like, if you move to this state, it'll be a lot cooler. So, I'm trying to figure out what my options are. I'm looking at it sensibly. I'm not
it would be cooler up here.
What are you doing with the nose? I know you want more, but you got to nose me. She has this thing when she wants something or more, she'll come up with a note like that and sit there and bump my arm.
Yep, exactly. Push. Come on, Dad.
You're down to one. That's it. You're down to one, and then we're foobarred.
Yeah, you won't have any in the morning. That's for sure.
So, but anyway, it's so I'm trying to figure out, I've still got the great room, which is on the other side of behind the computer that way, which is 16 foot long, the length of the addition to this house. I have all these boxes that belong out in the garage, because at my place in Texas, I had cabinets out in the garage where I, stored all my plumbing supplies, stored all my electrical supplies, and so forth and so forth. And I had a place for my tools and all this jazz. Well, if you came to my house right now, you'd be like, you've been here a year and this is as far as you got? Well, this is as far as I can go until I can get, the garage cleared out, and then in turn put everything up, get some cabinets and put cabinets.
Yeah.
So, what is it? An ice cream cone? Ice cream maker. Oh, yeah. Well, let me click on that, baby. Yeah. Hang on. Let me look at that. Kohl's product. God, I haven't seen Kohl's in a long time. Kohl's. Come on. Load up. Come on. A Dash My Pint ice cream maker. Everybody needs ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream, especially right now when it's hot.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
But anyway, like I say, I'm not trying to just, throw in the towel and go, yep, I'm doing this. No, I want to look at it sensibly and decide, you know, uh,
Yeah.
there's certain places that I prefer not to live because the fact that of, and I'm not getting on my soapbox, but because of my political choosing of my own, I prefer not to, I wouldn't want to live in certain states.
I don't blame you. I don't want to live here either.
And because of the fact that I'm a person that believes in the Second Amendment, I would want to be going to a place that's friendly.
Yes.
And the other
Absolutely.
thing I have to figure out, as far as, for an example, if I move, just hypothetical, if I moved up to Massachusetts, for an example, Miss Lori, can you imagine how much the moving costs would be?
Oh, yeah.
And so I have to look at that, and as far as moving and type things,
And
you
plus, it's a blue state.
know, not getting on your political soapbox here.
Most of it in the middle is reddish.
Yeah, but you get to Boston.
Two ends are as blue can get. And they're the ones that control everything.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. It
Well,
sucks being here, but I can't do anything about it right now.
if you get the time, you might want to look at today's, no, yesterday for you. Yesterday, pinball preparedness, and I believe it was his. I don't know how many he did, but yeah, it's some interesting information that has come to light,
I saw something about that,
and
and
it's
I wanted to watch that, and I haven't had a chance to watch Diddly Squat because I've been fighting with YouTube
well,
over shorts.
just yeah, I know, Ace. You're living proof of that. I did happen to look on a few places, and I found one house that pretty much had everything but a basement or a storm cellar. And basically they flipped the house, because I've seen what the Google Earth, the picture of the house, what it looked like before, and then I've seen the house, what it looks like. Plus, it comes in with a built-on shop. It has storage for a riding lawnmower. It's got arch type hall, or it's got some
Windows.
arches in. I love arches,
Me too.
you know, and it's not an acre or anything like that. It's in a city, uh, and they wanted. The problem was is that they wanted more than what my house is. I haven't got my house. I need to get my house appraised just to see what my house would go for.
Yeah, what your options are from there.
So and all that. I know what I paid for it. I know I've added new gutters on it to prevent water damage and all that. And
Yeah, and maybe get some opinions on what you might be able to replace that's within the budget that will actually add more value to the house than what it will cost to upgrade it.
well,
Like maybe new windows or new siding or something.
ooh, do you know how much that cost?
I know, but I mean, how much is it going to add to the value of the house? That's the thing you got to look at. You want to know what it's going to add to the house and what it's going to cost to do it, and see if it's worth it to do.
Well, I'm trying not to. I'm not trying to look like I did. I was looking at this. I was looking to see in one particular state what properties were going for, and all this jazz type thing and all that. I've looked at buying, just turning around and selling this, and buying land, and then getting I'm going to say man shed, you know, and then how much does the man shed cost, how much it would cost to insulate it, wire it, and then of course I'd have to do something about having a septic, getting electric to it, and da 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 da. You know,
And is it going to be storm worthy?
well,
That's the thing that would be the first concern for me.
well,
Is it going to stand up to tornadoes and stuff like that?
well. If I was going to do that, if I was going to do something like that, I would either rent a backhoe and front end loader because I can operate one. I've done them before, uh, and all this jazz, and so I would be digging me a hole and finding something for me to put in there and to use as a storm cellar or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I would just see how much, I would budget for a storm cellar, type thing. Because to me, I'm one of those type of people that prepare for the worst. And if anything happens lesser than the worst, I'm covered. You know, I mean, that other day when we were tornado warned here, Faith and I were in the center hallway of the center of the house with just the house, the walls, and all that. We had nothing, and I'm sitting there like,
I don't feel safe in here. What was
and
that?
so, and I'm sitting there, I'm texting my across the street neighbor because the sirens are going off, and of course we live close enough to where even if you're quiet in your house, you can hear them. But so, but
Oh, Super Bob. There he is.
hello, Superbug.
Bob.
Bob, excuse me. Pardon me.
Super Bob.
Super Bob, my apologies. I beg for your forgiveness. What can I say? When I was flying, I'd always do an inverted roll and fly upside down. Goes to figure. But that was my trait. That's what I did.
Yep. This is Texas Raider. This is the guy we were talking about last night that loves to fly, even though he doesn't have a pilot's license.
Hey, sometimes you just got to break the rules. I'm still waiting to get the chance to fly somebody's Lear jet.
ah, 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 ah.
That's pretty easy. You just flip a couple switches and it goes in autopilot.
And Simple Happy Life. No, I can't get those stupid things to work. The only way I can get it to work is to put up my original short that I tried to upload after I edited it, and I put it up, and it still brought it up as a regular short. The only way I can keep it as a short and it'll actually upload and classify it as a short is if it's this way. And if it's this way, it means I'm sideways.
Hi, Simple Happy Life, and hello, Bonnie.
Hello, Bonnie.
And Super Bob, I've subscribed to both your channel on both of my channels. I have two. This is the one I usually use for Miss Lori's live, and when I'm watching somebody on lives, my other one is my main channel that I use for this, that, and the other thing.
For posting stuff.
Yeah.
That would be Texas Raider 1122.
So, Super Bob, did you get your IFR, VFR, or to take it you were general aviation?
Thank you, Ace.
Oh, thank you, Ace. The funnest time I ever had was flying out of Bergstrom Air Force Base in Austin, Texas, in the rear seat of an F-4 Phantom that I conjured my way into getting a ride. we did a short takeoff, and next thing I know, we were going vertical. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. I ate it up. I was like, oh yeah. And then we did some barrel rolls, and oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
was eating that up. That was one of my most funnest rides.
My friend Patrick would be eating that up too, but I'd be doing bad things in my undies.
And then when I was in the military, I got to fly in one of my favorite planes, which was a prop job, which was called an HU-16 Albatross, which was they were phasing them out, and I got to go on the last surviving HU-16 Albatross there was, out of all places, Key West, Florida. So
Super Bob says I did my short cross country.
yep, he was going for VFR in general aviation. And then every Saturday when I lived in Texas, I'd fly out of out of Meacham General Aviation Airport. And they got to know me pretty quick when we were flying a V-tail Bonanza, because I'd always kick it over and do an inverted takeoff. Not many people wanted to fly with me.
I don't know why.
I like to have fun.
Yeah, because you're a cowboy.
Well,
A space cowboy?
Of course, I can't, in turn, pick a hobby that is cheap or reasonable. No, I got to go flying, or I got to go scuba diving, or
building models.
building models, or spending $800 to ride in a B-17 Flying Fortress. But
or doing the ham radios.
Oh, you had to bring up the ham radio, didn't you?
Well,
Yeah.
It's just one of those, just one more of those expensive little hobbies.
Yeah. Cool. Well, A Simple Happy Life, Key West. I was stationed there back in the 80s when the Cuban refugees were exiled from Cuba, and was crossing the 90 miles open ocean to Key West. And let's just say I was there, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go in. I won't talk about all the things I saw. So, but Key West got the most beautiful sunsets that I've seen on the East Coast, if you want to call it that.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that Key West has absolutely gorgeous sunsets.
But it's all a big tourist thing, it's and a lot of the Cubans have moved in, and nothing against this group of people, but let's just say it's the East Coast of San Francisco, if you understand my meaning. It is now. It wasn't back then.
Yeah.
So
you're falling asleep, Teresa. I love you. You take care.
Good night, Teresa. Sending hugs and love. And thank you for all the care and support to you and Mr. Mudd. I appreciate that.
And Mr. Mudd says good night, Teresa, too.
So, well, I was, when I flew out of Meacham, Super Bob, it was a Cessna 150, and then I moved up to Bonanza V-tail, and I love the V-tail. The aerobatics you could do in that, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was a little more cautious.
Ace says, I hitchhiked from Iowa to Jacksonville, Florida, stayed a few weeks, beautiful.
I've got friends in Florida that are always bugging me to go down there.
Well, Marianne is down in Florida.
They're they're in Port St. Lucie,
Yep.
and they're always bugging me. Come down and visit us. Spend some time. Come down and spend a month with us. And I'm going. Well, I don't want to go down there in the summertime. That's dang sure. Because it's number one, it's too hot. Number two, I don't want to go down during hurricane season. No, thank you. If I'm gonna go in wintertime. But I don't want to drive from Massachusetts to Florida. So they said, well, you just fly. It only takes a couple hours. Yeah. I don't fly. Remember? I'm afraid of flying. I am petrified of flying. I will not fly anywhere. These little things don't fly too good.
But all right, you figure if you drove from your place to Florida, think about the fuel costs, the food, hotel. By the time you did all that round trip,
You know, I could probably stop here, there, and everywhere, all the way down the coast. I could find somebody that would let us pack in for the night.
okay,
Nieces and nephews from Virginia all the way down into West Virginia. And then I could probably contact a certain YouTube friend in West Virginia that might let us pitch a tent or something in his backyard.
yeah, you got to watch out for flooding there.
That's true.
I can see it now. Oh, look, we're getting a tour on a raft.
Oh no.
We're going to get to the Atlantic Ocean by via tent. Just make sure you got your Wilson with you, or your Wilson. Yeah, there we go. You know, but
Simple Life said she went to Key West. Has anyone ever been to Sanibel, Florida? I've never been to Florida, no.
you must be further down. Let me go down.
Bob says, I don't bounce like I used to.
Yeah. Anybody been to? No, I can't say I have. Florida, I've been to Orlando, I've been to Miami, and I've been to Key West. It's as far as I've been around in Florida.
He says, I don't bounce anymore at all, Bob.
Well, you could always do like Ace said. You could always hitchhike.
I love vacationing in Florida, Ace. The beaches are so pretty. I really would love to be on the beach right now. Yeah, except isn't there a hurricane still hanging around the Gulf? Is that thing gone or whatever happened to that? That was a couple of days ago. Doo doo doo.
Air quality alert for Hibbing, Minnesota.
Uh oh. Watch out, Hibbing.
Um, I haven't gotten any. I haven't looked today for the National Hurricane Center, but I checked yesterday and early this morning, and as far as early this morning, and I didn't. They didn't have anything, posted of any tropical disturbances in the Gulf at this time.
There was some tornadic activity going on in Indiana, I guess, and somewhere else out that way. Kentucky, maybe? A few other places around that area.
Come on.
Um,
Ace. Oh, would you quit giving me the roundabout signal? Come on now. Go to images. I'm trying to show Ace what a deuce and a half is. That's what a deuce and a half is.
oh,
It's a
yeah.
military truck, and I still got a license for it to drive one. And that's one that it's got the desert colors going for it.
Yep.
Yeah, those things. If you could go, you could do a lot of things in them things. But if you ever got one stuck, whoo, you're fool.
Yeah. In the sand dunes.
Well, I'm talking about in the mud or whatever. I mean, you ever got one stuck, you're gonna definitely have to have a tank or somebody to pull you out.
Yeah.
But they were a 6x6, so but and they came. Troy will tell you this: they had great air conditioning.
No. Yeah. I'm the same way, Laurie. If I'm taking a trip, I'm taking my sweet time. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. I
Well,
don't blame you, Bob.
it's one of those things where you know, for me to where I moved from Texas to where I'm at, it's a 4 hour trip, and so the by the time I was getting closer, and the foot got a little heavier because I was ready to get there
It's like,
because
I want to be there now.
because both Faith and I were like, I'm ready to get out of this and I'm ready to get comfortable. And oh, I got to go to the restroom, Dad. Okay. And of course, I did stop, like at the, you know, if I had to go, then I would go. And then I'd get Faith out and let her stretch her legs and all that jazz. And if she had to do her business, she did, but, you know, and then I'd probably fill up just so while I was at the state gas station, just so I'd rather have if I'm a firm believer in if my truck's at half a tank, the truck gets filled up.
Uh, yeah,
It
that's how
doesn't get
sure he
below.
is with the car. He doesn't usually let it go below half a tank. In fact, he barely lets it go below three-quarters of a tank.
Troy, the ones that I drove had the tops on them, and of course the governor would only. I mean, you were lucky if you got to 45 miles an hour. I don't know about yours.
Uh, Super Bob says floating from here, the Gulf takes 6 months and 6 miles an hour. He was talking about it last night. Him and Troy were both talking about building a pontoon boat and floating down the Mississippi to the Gulf.
Wasn't there a song called Black Water by the Doobie Brothers, if I remember right? And they talk about, you know, floating or something. I may be wrong on that. I don't remember.
I sort of kind of remember of some kind of song like that, sort
I
of.
remember
But I don't
something.
remember if it was the Doobie Brothers.
Well,
Uh,
there's always I can see Super Bob and Troy both being Huck Finn. You know,
that's what he said. That's what he said last night. He said, "I always dreamed to be on to a Huck Finn."
and Ace, yes, I have broken the speed limit.
Shame on you, former police officer! How dare you?
We're human.
Really?
And if
I
somebody,
see state troopers going flying past everybody that's going the speed limit. And they're booking tail. You know, they're doing like 80 miles an hour at a 55 mile an hour zone. No sirens on, nothing. They're just tooting along because they're going to lunch.
the fastest I've ever gone in a police
Look at the
car,
donuts.
the fastest I've ever been in a police car was 143 miles an hour. And I was chasing a murder suspect, and he that had just, or I should say, attempted murder, and it was funny because he got on the he called 911 and said and was talking to dispatch and told him, and he says, if you'll tell the officer behind me that I'm going to this police station to turn myself in. And so dispatch radioed that, hey, we've got him on the phone. He says he's going to the police station to turn himself in. I said, well, tell him to look in his rearview mirror. I'll be happy to oblige him, and I'll save him gas. Dispatch later told me they were just rolling laughing because
Bet they were.
because I wasn't gonna. He wasn't either. He wasn't going to get away from me. I was not going to let it because So
he was blowing smoke out his tailpipe.
yeah, everybody believed that he was really going to do that. Raise.
Oh yeah, sure he is.
Yeah, it's like
Mississippi River, take me down. Blackwater. Okay.
So
Southern tip of Illinois. I'm in the center of everything.
I can just see you being on the Mississippi River right now, Super Bob, because you'd be like, oh dear, we got to have some lights on this thing so these barges don't run over us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's amazing that, which you probably have seen it because you were going that fast, Super Bob, but it's amazing how, how 2-lane road has got the white line and they're broken, the little divider lines, saying this is your side, this is your side. It's amazing that as fast as you go, those white lines that are usually broken become one solid line.
Yeah.
As you're going so fast. But yeah.
They kind of just blend together.
Yeah. But that was back in the days when I was, young and full of vinegar and all other things.
My Z28 cut out at 115. It had a speed limiter. I'm about 4 miles from it now.
All right. There we go.
I think the fastest I ever drove was 121 miles an hour, and I started to get scared, and I quickly took my foot off the pedal and slowed down because that started scaring me, and I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to end up splattered on the side of the highway somewhere. No, thank you very much.
Well, I've been jabbering enough. I'm going to kind of sit back and be a little quiet because I don't want to be,
Well, we're both jabbering. The Camaro was built for it, suspension-wise, but I've slowed down. Now I drive a VW Beetle.
Squash bugs. No, slug bug. Slug bug. That was the game that we used to. Every time you'd see a Volkswagen Beetle, you'd call out red or whatever the color was, and you could, you wouldn't hit a person hard. You just kind of, slug bug.
I don't remember that. I don't think we ever played that game. We did play Padiddle though.
Well, that's like on road trips. Okay, the first person that calls out a out of state license plate,
Yep. Or a Padiddle. You know what a Padiddle is, right?
Padiddle.
A Padiddle.
Well, a padiddle is my interpretation is something different. But go ahead.
A Padiddle to us is a car coming at you with one headlight.
Oh, we called them one-eyed jacks.
We call them Padiddles. Ah, Padiddle!
All right, so there's the National Hurricane Center. In the yellow mark, there is a less than 40% chance of that becoming a storm. And then if you go down, you can see, if I can get my finger, where's my finger? Oh, Lord. Over here. You go down to these and you can see that there's nothing in the Gulf of America, there's nothing on the Pacific, and there's nothing in the Northern Pacific.
Oh, so that little thingy that was over outside
So
of Mexico
there's that.
a while
And
ago.
yeah, hit the button. So right now I don't see anything else
Okay, doke.
per the National Hurricane Center. And there's no tropical cyclones in the Atlantic at this time. There's a less than 40% where the yellow hash or the hash mark that I showed y'all. Don't mean that it can't just develop that quick, but
Yeah.
but there's nothing in the Gulf, so I got
Yeah. Super Bob says, yep, slug bug. I watch people hit each other at stoplights all the time.
yeah. I mean, like, if anybody knows him, he's a comedian, and his nickname is Fluffy. And
Oh, yeah.
he has got, I mean, he's got chihuahuas, and he's also has a garage full of Volkswagen buses. And imagine what his collection looks like.
Yeah. That
And
was a puddle Troy leaves
Volkswagen,
when he pees outside. A Padiddle.
Yep, that's yeah. Yeah. But Volkswagen needs to come back and introduce, if they haven't already, I don't know, but they need to bring back their VW buses.
Yes,
because they are, and I mean, people are paying, whatever new vehicles are running or costing, because the older ones that the VW buses, microbus, as they, or van or whatever you want to call them, those things are, you're paying top notch dollar for them.
Judy and Eddie had a VW bus when we first met them. And they used to take the kids, they used to go camping a lot. And they had the camper kind, that the roof lifted up.
Yep, they've got the camper one. I mean, they could make a lot of money on it.
They used to take their kids out camping like every weekend. They'd go find a place to camp.
Well, that's like my grandfather on my father's side. He had a truck pickup, 3/4 ton pickup, and of course he had one of those slide-in campers, that he could, when we'd go and have a family meet up at one of the local lakes, he could sit there and back up, connect it, and they had their place, and where everybody else was staying in tents or would drive back home or whatever. So
yeah. I mean, camping was a big thing back in the 70s and
Yeah,
80s.
yeah. I mean, now to me, camping, I'm at the stage where if I had to sleep in a tent, I could, but I'm sorry. I'm older and wiser now. I go clamping. Yeah, I want a cabin. I want air conditioning or heat, whichever the season so
That's
chooses.
that's more my speed too.
And uh,
I used to go camping in a tent. Never had a problem. But I loved my air mattress though. Once they had air mattresses, yeah, because I had a bad back. And the air mattress was great. Pump that sucker up nice and hard, sleep like a baby all night.
well, back when I was in Boy Scouts, we didn't have, you know, air
Yeah.
mattresses. We had what sleeping bags and
If you were lucky, you might have had a cot.
yeah,
If you were lucky.
yeah.
But most kids just slept on the ground.
What do you want? But then there was that one night where we were on one side of the area, of the river, the lake, and across the way was Girl Scouts. So we had to make sure the Girl Scouts knew how to tie their knots properly. So
Uh-huh.
yes, we went and got a canoe and canoed over to the Girl Scout area. Yeah, yeah. We never got caught,
Lucky.
but we made sure they knew how to tie a bowline, a square knot, and a clove hitch, and other knots. So
Super Bob says I get 45 miles to the gallon. It's got 215,000 miles on it. That's not bad for
yeah,
a Volkswagen Beetle.
I'm sure you did, brother Troy.
Oh, Simple Life says I always wanted to go camping, but when I saw that video of the guy that got killed by the bear, I no longer wanted to go camping.
Well, that's like oh geez, the movie came out in the '70s. Peter Fonda, right? Easy Rider. Easy Rider was the name of the movie. And
Oh
when they
yeah.
were when they left and they went to go camping, and they had the guy that was, I don't remember the actor's name, but anyway, the two main characters, you know hid off, made it look like they were sleeping in their sleep bags, and some of the local yokels came out there with axes and everything else, and yeah, I was like, yeah, yeah, okay.
Mm, yeah.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I can't remember. Who the heck was that third guy? Dang it.
I know there's Peter
No, I
Fonda.
know who it is, but I can't.
Fonda was in on it, and I can't think of the other guy that was the main character.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either.
Uh,
Dang. It sucks when you get old. You can't remember. Crap. Once the memory goes, forget it.
Dennis Hopper was the other guy, main
Dennis
character.
Hopper, thank you. And then the third guy was.
Uh, all I remember is he wore a football helmet, a gold football helmet.
Gold football helmet. Yes. San Francisco, I guess.
So,
I think that's what San Francisco used to wear was the gold helmets.
but there's the picture. You can see the guy right behind Peter Fonda.
Yep. Yeah, I think it says SF.
because you know.
Troy said I used to go camp under a Hummer in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I'd love to own a Hummer.
Oh yeah,
Those things.
they can get through anything.
Maybe it was Jack Nicholson that was the guy that wore the helmet. Because Jack
The
Nicholson was in it as George Hanson.
Yes, he was the one. Yeah, that was Jack Nicholson. Yeah, and what's his face wore the red, white, and blue Captain America
Peter
helmet.
Fonda.
Peter Fonda,
Do you need to go outside?
his moron sister.
Do you need to go outside? You're not acting like it. What? Here, do you want to look under the desk? What do you want? Do you need to go potty? Do you want to go outside? No. I know what you want, but you're down.
Well, you. What was that? Okay, that was freaky. Did anybody else hear that?
No, I didn't. I was busy paying attention to Faith. Let me go see if she wants outside. I'll be right back, Miss Laura.
No, okie dokie. You gonna put a commode on the boat, Bob? Ah. Of course, in a shower too. There you go. I won't say what I thought, Troy. Jack Nicholas? No, that was a different Jack.
Here's Johnny,
Here's Johnny.
as Jack Nicholson said in that movie. Not that Easy Rider, but a different one.
Yeah, Jack Nicholas is the golfer. Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to have shag carpet for Super Bob, and you're going to have to go upgrade to a oblong type toilet commode. I think they're more comfortable than the round toilet commodes. Because yes, Super Bob, I did get informed of your toilet go-kart thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I can see my cousins building one of those. That would be a good. Maybe I could incorporate that on my riding lawnmower. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hey, nobody will know.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And then put like a little pole or something there, and have me a roll.
With a little roll of toilet paper.
Have me a roll of toilet paper hanging down, and it's sitting there blowing in the wind. When I'm mowing, and then it'd be great when I had to sneeze or.
Oh God! Oh, my jaw's starting to hurt from laughing too much.
I mean, there's people here who've got motorcycles, they've got dirt bikes, they've got full ATV or four wheelers, they've got the side by sides running up. What's the beef of having a go kart with a commode on it?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, a recliner, you sit there and lay back and that might be a little too comfortable.
Okay, that was the Butlers. Some new video or something.
You're pestering, you're bugging. There. You got a half of one now. You got half of a thing left.
Indoor outdoor carpet. That's a good idea.
Or marine carpet. So you're reaching over to get into the cooler to get you of course bottled water.
A recliner go kart with a pull behind mower.
I'd have a pull behind. I'd have to have a pull. I'd have to make a trailer so I could have the ice chest full of water. A little small, playmate type ice chest. To where I could have my bottle. You're bugging again. Go read a book. Go read a book. This is the last one. There
It's
you go. You're
midnight.
out.
I need to go to bed. Have a great night. Good night, Simple Life.
Good night, Simple Life.
Thank you for
Have a good
coming
night.
in.
Hugs to you. God bless.
God bless you. Absolutely. You stay safe out there. It was Lazy Boy. I have video. Oh my word.
God, I would love to own a Lazy Boy.
Is that one on your channel? We're gonna have to go look for that one. The recliner.
I mean, I've seen people to wear, what is it called? A radio flyer wagon.
Yes.
I have seen where they've taken a car frame with an engine on it and they made it street legal, turn signals and headlights, but it looks like a gigantic, huge, and was lifted up, but it's a radio flyer wagon. And, obviously they don't steer by the little handle that you would normally use, but I've seen pictures of that. I've seen pictures, it's just like, let me see if I can find one.
You're absolutely right, Ace. Ace says, Laurie, both you and Chris needed this live. Me too. Hugs. Absolutely. Yeah, I was really in a. Oh yes. Uh huh.
There's that one. And
I think I have seen something like that before on YouTube or something.
I mean, your imagination is limited to only. I mean, I've seen, boats, that they've taken and,
Yep.
if I can get it, if I can type right. Now, when I was at Disney World, I did ride in one of those.
Oh yes, I remember seeing those. Um, I don't remember where it was. Some park. I think it might have been Rocky Point in Rhode Island, where they had um, cars like that floated around on the water that you could ride.
But see, here's a picture where they took a boat and made it and put it on a car frame.
Oh yeah, looks like a speedboat.
It's got the little ladder to where you go water skiing and you'd step up into the boat,
Yeah,
and I mean it's like and the name of the boat slant car is called that one I just showed you is called Gone Overboard.
gone over.
But
That's cute.
I mean it's just your imagination. I've seen military people take fuselage of a plane without the wings, without the horizontal stabilizer or whatever, and made them into a vehicle. I mean, I've
Yep,
seen it where they've taken a hot dog and made it into the Wienermobile,
that's right. Absolutely.
which I'm surprised Troy doesn't have one of those since he goes out to the tree and pees.
Super Bob can't drink cold beverages, warm or room temp only.
Uh,
I don't own a fridge. I don't need it. Good night, Simple Life. Says Marianne. Super Bob. It is. I'll have to dig it. I'll have to dig it out and post it on my community page. Yeah.
I can imagine, Super Bob, if you put a Corvette motor on something, yeah, I could go 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds.
Oh man, I got a lift chair recliner. It needs a faster button.
I agree.
Yeah, those things are so slow.
Like Goslow,
Goslow, yeah.
slowly I turn.
Step by step, inch by inch. Remember something to catch the eye, raising awareness. Absolutely, Bob. Yep, that's really a great idea. Did you ride? That's one thing that Chris was saying. Did you ride those? Like the toilet go kart and stuff like that in parades to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer? Because that would definitely be something that would grab people's attention.
Yep. Super Bob says he'll be right back. You got to read Troy's comment that he did at.
I put a truck in the river one time. It didn't float. Yeah, I tried to do that with my Volkswagen Bug, and it did the same thing. It was kind of dunk. It had his little eyeballs were going this way, and his little wheels were going that way. It's little tootsies pointing out. He didn't want to go no more. They said they had a bitch of a time trying to get it out of that river. It was a very small river. I mean, it didn't even make it all the way across. It just went stopped dead at the bottom of the bank because the other bank went up just as steep as this side. This side, it went down at an angle. That side was almost straight up, very sharp angle, and there was no going up after it hit the bottom. It said, "No, I ain't going no more. I'm broken." Poor little Pete's going one way and his eyeballs crossed up. Uh, Ace, did you see the right this minute video? I don't recall. Wake up, Marianne. I think she must be sleeping. Yes, I did. And walked in the Christmas parade. It's not clickable, but it also on my community page. The video is the first one. My YouTube, it sends you to my Facebook video. I post most cancer stuff on my Facebook. Well, definitely Troy can go over there. Troy spends a lot of time on Facebook. I try to avoid Facebook as much as I can because
So we need to save up money so we can get Troy a yellow submarine since he he tried to take a truck and make it into a submarine. You know how these Navy guys are.
I know, I know. Everything's in the water. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, and our friends are all aboard. Many more of them live
Live
next
next
door.
door.
And the band begins to play. We all live in a yellow submarine. Okay, that's enough of that.
Sorry, I would have to change the color to orange submarine because I'd rather have an orange submarine.
Hmm. I only saw yellow ones.
That's because you were mellow yellow,
No,
and I know you were.
I'm not. I'm listening. Marianne woke up quick. I'm listening. I see Chris looking at his phone.
No, I'm messing with the mouse at the moment.
Navy pilots, man your plane. Sorry, it slipped. I have a friend that was a Navy pilot, and he retired a colonel just a couple of years ago. I think a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe three. I don't know. Time flies when you're getting old.
I'm sorry, what'd you say there, youngin?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better go take my rheumatism medicine. Here, you whippersnappers.
Yep, up. Yep. Uh, right this. Oh, that's a TV show. Okay, I never heard of a TV show named Right This Minute. Nope, I have no idea. Must be a local thing, maybe in.
What, the Dukes of Hazard?
What,
The Dukes of Hazard? What was the name of the show?
the Dukes of Hazzard? What's the name of the show?
No, isn't that you talking about what Ace posted
No, I was talking about what Super Bob posted. It was this
asking
right this minute.
about the airboat?
Oh, I didn't see the thing about the airboat. The submarine is not hard to make. It's coming back up to the. It's coming back up the complicated.
No, it's not complicated, Troy. All you got to do is remember, when you go down, when you want to come back up, get yourself some, pinto beans, give it a few minutes, and all the results will lift you off the bottom and bring
Oh,
you back to the surface.
and you will be glad to get up there too.
Yeah, you'll probably want to open a hatch as soon as you get up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Ace is good. Yes, she is. Absolutely. She is the best. She finds anything and everything. It's not the fall, it's the sudden stop at the bottom. Yep, absolutely. It was national. I don't know. I never heard of it. I'm not a TV person. I haven't watched TV in probably 20 years.
What
Well,
was the name of the TV show?
the only uh,
Did I miss it?
yeah, I've said it about 3 times. The right this minute.
Right this minute is the name of the show.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm right there with you. I haven't heard of that one.
Nope. I haven't either. Oh, and looky who we have here.
Stand by for the bloop.
Absolutely. The bloop is coming.
Yep, in the cereal. He's going to make me hungry.
Good morning, Shadow. Texas Raider, good morning, brother. It's good to see you again. Strength and honor.
Honor and strength to you, my brother. Miss you.
Yeah, he's been missing you the past couple of nights, too.
Well,
Wondering how you're doing.
I did hear from him. And we chatted for a bit.
I hear a fan that's starting to get to the point where it needs Jerry to take it apart and fix it. It's making funky noises. Hello, Nida. Or is it Nita? I still don't know.
Nita's cooking show.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Nita or Nida.
Well, I'm trying to figure out who that is. It's a new one to me.
Yeah, she's been around. She's been sub to me for quite a while, but she only used to show up once in a great while. But lately, she's been showing up a lot more.
Oops. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, for shizzle, when you're looking for a needle in a haystack.
Oh, I know what I need to do. Hello, stupid.
Now.
Is that it? That's it. Sorry, Shadow. Yeah, there's a fan over in that direction. Paul's got another little fan like mine over here, and every now and then it gets really dusty and clogged up with yuck.
I heard a bloop.
I heard a bloop. That would be the blooper.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, brother.
Morning.
Hello, my
Brother.
friend.
Good morning, Lori. And my cereals and yogurt.
Yep.
Good to see you again, Chris.
Good to see you too, my brother. How's Mrs. Shadow doing?
She's doing pretty good, actually.
That's good. So, who has solar system for off-grid living? I'm getting a setup for the boat. Open for suggestions. Wow. I'm thinking Shadow would probably know quite a bit about that. And
Yeah, there are solar systems for off-grid living.
I think somebody somebody else knows a lot about them, but they're not on right at the moment. Laurie, my brothers and I was told that's a bad word. Stupid and also crazy. Sorry. I know. Don't call anybody stupid. I'm not calling anybody else stupid. I'm calling me stupid. I have a right to call me stupid.
Well, are you wanting, Super Bob? Are you wanting to buy a solar generator?
That's what
Because of the fact as much wattage is what you're wanting and all that, you're just, the solar generator itself to power that and all that is going to, be a 4-digit figure cost wise. Because I've got a generator but it's not a generator, it's battery, but it can be charged by solar panels that I built, but I don't have a full solar array to power the house. But I know there's videos that are online of people who specialize in that you could probably research and find.
Good morning, Nita. I put a link for the best solar systems for off-grid living. A link there in the chat.
I'll be right back. I'm going to make a quick phone call, folks.
Okie dokie. And Troy says he does. What is the kind? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think. Chris approves of the ones that Pinball used to talk about all the time and give away. I can't remember the name of them. Let's see. Oh.
Thank you, Nita.
Oops. Oupes. OUPES. That's 12,000.
Oh, that's a solar generator.
Yeah, I think that's what Bob was asking about, wasn't it?
You need a solar system for off-grid living, and there are different types of systems. It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. Um, Bluetti. EcoFlow. Those were the ones he used to swear by.
Yeah, EcoFlow is a good brand, but very expensive.
Yeah.
The same thing with Blue Eddies.
Yeah. They're all expensive. It's terrible, the pricing of them. And they just keep going up and up and up.
Yeah.
He's looking for something for his boat. So I don't know if that would make a difference in what kind of system. Because he's talking, I think he was talking about a sailboat, a houseboat. That's what he was talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
A floating
That is
house.
what I would like to have, a houseboat.
Yeah.
If you get tired of your neighbors, you just
You just
take your
move.
house and say, "Can move."
Absolutely. I'll have a generator for backup, but I'm hoping to be mostly solar. Okay. Ah, I lost it. Doing research. It's always good to do research when you're going to do a project like that.
Yeah, you need to get the right system for your needs, and there
Yeah.
is a lot of different options for different types of batteries, different types of panels. Oh,
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I saw there was somebody that I watched on YouTube, oh, probably a year ago, that was actually living on a houseboat, and he had a solar system to generate the power that he needed while he was sailing around here, there, and everywhere.
yeah. Good morning, Linda.
Troy says, by the time I built a complete array. It's cheaper to go with a solar generator like the EcoFlow that I just bought last week. Good morning, Linda. How are ya?
I hope she's doing okay. I hope.
Me too. I'm getting mine for durability. I plan on living there after it's done. EcoFlow is the one I was looking at, the 2600. I have 4 Patriots solar panels. For panels, 3 of them. Then got 3 generators to use also. I totally lost it now.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. I'll start now Shadow to watch your playlist until done all of them. Because you're a winner. Batteries are the biggest cost, but worth getting a good quality. Yeah. Bimler, Ace, Chris, Shadow. Hey there, Bob. Nida also. Says Linda.
Yeah.
And Troy. Troy says I got 4 230-watt panels. Linda says done this for over 10 years now. Everyone here, thank you so much for visiting my channel. I was so happy, big time. Linda, how is the weather, by the way? I do my whole house in AC also, says Linda. Troy, how long does it take to charge all the batteries? Recovery time is why I thought more panels. Night, I haven't been outside today. Let's see, hot or the weather is okay. Super Bob says, sorry, I'll spell better. Don't worry, we're used to translating Troy's occasional gibberish too.
Yeah.
We just have to think about it for a second and go, oh yeah, that's what he means. Mix and match, and that is what I have learned to do. The solar charger takes less than an hour. That's not bad. On the solar panels or on house current? Troy. Here in the Philippines, it is so hot and we have a storm.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's probably 40 degrees Celsius in Philippines.
Oh
At least
yeah.
35. At least 35.
It's probably over 100
Yeah.
uh, Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
more than
It should be.
likely.
It is probably around 110, somewhere between 110, 120
Could
Fahrenheit.
very well be. Yeah, and it's muggy. That was with the 200-watt panels. Ah, okay, so that's being charged with the solar panels. Two 200-watt panels take an hour to charge it up. That's not bad. Yeah, I want to understand it and know how it works, so then I'll have a better understanding. Absolutely. I have the gas generator to charge it for backup. That's
Yeah.
not a bad idea either.
No, it's actually a good idea to have.
Two backups.
You should have backup on backup.
Yeah, exactly. I heard the bigger the charger, the less problems down the road. I would think so, yeah. Linda says panels can be in the house through the windows, charging also other ways, as we have others in the neighborhood who will take them. So inside is the best then. Yeah, if you're in the middle of a city where somebody's going to rip them off every time you put them outside, you might be better off just sticking them in a window that's, facing south or southeast or southwest. Yeah, not a bad idea. I have a gas generator. I'm converting to a multi fuel, gas and LP for the boat. That's definitely a good plan. Yes, Bob, it's good for 1,500 cycles. I
Yeah,
don't know what that means.
that is pretty good actually. 1,500 cycles. That takes a long time before you reach that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about what that means. I'd have to.
It's when you recharge the battery before it decrease.
Okay. Now I gotcha.
So when it's reached 1,500 cycles, the you can't recharge it again because it's done.
It's at max.
Yeah, I'm
That
going and get me some coffee. I'll be back.
okie dokie. We'll be here. Well, I will.
Of course.
Chris is still off on his phone call.
Yeah.
I just want to have the option of running a trolling motor off the house batteries in an emergency. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. A little trolling motor will keep it moving and won't take a lot of juice to run it. And you can do a little fishing off the side as you're trolling down the road, down the river, or wherever you're trolling. Yeah, you could add more batteries. I'm not so. I might have some issues because I'm not sure if it would be dangerous to have batteries both. You know, if you have to worry about the water coming in and getting to the batteries, that would probably not be a good thing. Right, Troy, till it sinks. Hmm. Yeah, I'd be more concerned about water being an issue and how to make sure it's going to stay dry and protected from any water getting at the battery. Because that could probably be a bad thing. My whole house will be 12-volt. LED lights, LP stove, LP water heater. Yep. Sounds like an excellent idea, an excellent plan. Ah, okay. A sealed unit used for outside. Thank you, Troy. That makes me feel better about it. One piece of rubber roof. I got that already. It would definitely be a good thing to have. What is that? Oh, wow. It would, mm,
I should. No, ja.
Man kan ge dem filmjölk.
Ja.
De får i sig
okay.
Jag köper lite filmjölk
Jag
där.
gillar inte
Ska man köpa lite filmjölk till Alfons då som man kan dricka?
I think
Då är det kul.
I got that set. I think I'm going to put that up there. And then I'm
Vi
going
ger
to
dem lite extra jord.
down. And okay. With my mouth being open. Hello, dear. Ace, I see you lurking. How are you, my friend? And Bob, in case you're curious about the banner tonight, when Chris is on, he has a dog, and her name is Faith. And if you say the words, if you were up on the panel and you said the words that start with H and D or start with with a T,
An
she
HD.
she kind of she kind of goes a little spastic. So we try to avoid anybody using those words in the chat or
Yeah.
in the pan on the panel because she kind of it's like she perks up her ears and says, "Oh, is it time? Can I have
Yeah.
one now?" Yeah. And she has had health issues lately. So she has been slightly restricted on those things. And it's
Yeah.
not been a good time. So, yeah. Chris has to try to avoid using those words. So we try to
Help him out.
accommodate. Hmm. Shadow's back. Hello.
Yeah.
No, welcome
Hello.
back.
Thank you.
Uh, no, Ace, I'm not going to say it. Troy, if we make the Mississippi River float, I'll be on the 8x8 platform using 5-gallon jugs to float with a tent pulled behind a pontoon boat.
No, that is a classic.
That's Huckleberry Finn all the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Super Bob says, "This has been fun. I really enjoy the crew, but I'm tuckered out. So it's my bedtime. You all have a blessed night. And sorry I can't stay, but I appreciate you all. I won't say any trigger words. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. And thanks for coming back because you definitely fit in with the crew here. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely.
So
The goofing crew.
it's good to see another goofball showing up to sit and chat with the goofballs
Yeah.
because we like goofballs.
Yeah. We usually do.
We get into telling jokes and stupid dad jokes or you know stuff like that. So you sleep.
Sweet dreams, Bob.
Yeah, you sleep well, and God bless you. And we pray for all our friends.
Good morning, Marianne. Good to see you again.
Ta ta for now. You take care. Marianne, have you been sleeping? Shadow's been around for a while. I think she might have nodded off.
Maybe. I didn't see her when I popped in, but she
Ah,
might lurking by then.
yeah, she was probably still on, but snoozing in the background.
Probably.
And Chris is still in the chat saying goodnight to Bob. I've been here listening. Okay, Marianne. Hmm. Linda says, Super Bob, sleep well. Thanks for the drive. Through that city of yours, it was like being home again.
Okay, that sounds a little bit cryptic.
Well, he did he has a video posted on his channel
Ah, okay.
of driving through
Okay, that
town.
okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, and I guess it's not too far from where she lives, so familiar territory.
Yeah.
Linda, what you doing? Bimler, just being here, hiding.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Nida's cooking said, Shadow, I watch your playlist until okay.
No, well, thanks.
Marianne
I
said,
appreciate it.
Linda, hide him from what?
Probably lurking.
Yeah, Linda likes to lurk.
Yeah.
She and Ace are very good at lurking.
Yeah. I can be
They
pretty
sit
good at
back
lurking too.
and yeah, they sit back and watch and keep an eye out for morons so they can
Yeah.
hit them.
With a big hammer.
Yeah, with the troll hammer.
Yeah. That's the big hammer.
Sorry, Linda, it didn't come out right. Bimler, we'll talk later. Linda, who are you hiding from? She's hiding in the background, waiting for trolls to jump in.
Yeah, let's hope there will not be any.
That's
But,
what Linda
well,
does.
you never know.
Linda keeps an eye out for trolls and weirdos and anyone that might be nasty. I just kick him in the knee and Linda boxes him out. Exactly.
Yeah, and you box them up and send them away.
Yep. Between the two of them, they give him the double whammy.
To the troll island.
Yes, off to troll hell where they belong. Oh, that's for sure. There are too
Oh,
many
yeah.
weirdos out there, trust me. There were times the past couple of weeks when they would show up, never say a word in chat, but they'd end up showing up on wanting to be up on the panel.
Yeah, that happens to
Unfortunately,
me.
the mods couldn't do anything about it because the mods can't do anything on the panel
No, unless
unless they're
they
super.
type anything in the chat first.
If they type in the chat, then they can go after their channel.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a drawback. It would be, I think it should be a better system for when people click the link for joining a panel.
Yeah, that should open it up so that mods can help
Yeah,
control the.
exactly.
If they see anything off color or out of whack, then they should be able to do something. It's right behind the YouTube bridge. Troll Cemetery. That's where all trolls should stay, under the bridge.
Yeah.
No, they should be swept out of the bridge and gone off to the troll cemetery.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're the ones that don't have nothing to do with themselves. Yeah, no kidding. They're bored silly, so they got to find some perverse thing to do to entertain themselves.
Yeah.
And they
They-
love going after certain people. Well, certain people don't always fit their expectations of being dumb. You know, some people think as soon as you get gray hair, you're instantly stupid. So they can do anything they want, and
Or at least they think they can do anything they want.
they think they can do anything. Yeah. We have a
Sooner or
good,
later, they jump on the wrong person, and then they will be very sorry if they do.
yeah, they find out in a hurry that
We'll find out the hard way.
certain people don't put up with their garbage.
I agree with that.
We have a good group of people here. We don't need no trolls and no weirdos. Amen to that,
Exactly.
Marianne.
Yeah, amen to that. And let's keep it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, where's our friend Chris? Canada Chris.
Chris with a K.
Yeah.
Good point.
He hasn't been coming to tell his jokes lately. He's been doing a lot of videos, though. Bimler, we have had trolls and others that come to the other channels also. Need I say more? Love you. Absolutely. We need to keep them out. Yes, we do. Well, I've been called a weirdo, but I have my rights. Absolutely, Ace.
Well, Ace,
Everybody loves a nut.
you're not a weirdo. You're never been. Maybe a little bit eccentric.
That's a Johnny Cash song. Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut. There was a Columbia fella who told Queen Isabella, I don't think the world is flat. She said, you don't? He said, no, ma'am. She said, get out of my queendom. He said, yes, ma'am. Everybody loves a nut. That's total BS, by the way. She's the one that gave him the money to go. She said, I got a feeling you might be right. But certain people have twisted stories over the years and made them into something totally different
Yeah.
because they like playing with the truth. messing it up and making other people look bad. Oh well, some kids ain't had no brung up. Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Do I have that? I don't think I have that. Open. I think I should probably look in a different folder. Like maybe silly. Nope, it's not in there. No, don't do that. Stop that. Eh. Come on, open up.
And I'm back.
And Chris is back.
Hallelujah. How are you?
No, Marianne, I wasn't napping Ace, and no, I didn't forget about y'all. I was on the phone. So, anyhow,
Everything's okay.
yes, ma'am.
Good. I am glad to hear it.
Yes, ma'am. So, what did I know? Simple.
Super Bob.
Super Bob. Did you answer his questions about the solar power before he went to bed?
We had a
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah, we had a discussion about it.
Okay. Sounds like some future content for Shadow.
He's been doing research on what he would like to do and trying to get other people's opinions that have set up systems before to be able to do solar power.
Well, I heard Shadow saying something about or is it Troy? EcoFlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, EcoFlow. Yeah.
The only problem with EcoFlow is that, I had a smaller one. I mean, one that you could, pick
Yeah,
up.
portable.
I got
300 watt.
extra battery. It lasted a year and went kaputs. And I had to send the battery back to the company because I had it warranted, and they refunded my money for the battery. So now I've got the other part of the generator sitting in my living room, not doing anything. So I said, nope, I'm not doing EcoFlow again.
There's no other battery that you can use in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could buy another battery, but that's $139, and like I said, it's only like remember
Would
the
you
old.
go camping or something?
Well, yeah, and but it was to be used, and it had AC outlets on it and all that. But it wasn't one of the expensive ones, where you're paying thousands of dollars, like a Delta 2 or a Delta 2, Pro, or it was called the EcoFlow River, is what it was called, and it was a small one. But I bought the extra battery, and I bought a warranty with it. So, which something like that, yeah, I'd buy a warranty. But if I was gonna buy like a kitchen appliance, like a blender, I wouldn't buy a warranty for a blender.
Yeah. Because eventually they're gonna wear out anyway.
I mean, it's like the old saying goes: anything that's man-made will break. They don't make things like they used to that last.
Very true.
So, and I'm getting hungry.
You're getting hungry.
Yes.
Wow.
So, how long have you been on? 2 hours, 19 minutes? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
but
it's
anyhow,
what What is up with my voice going wonky every now and then?
She's going from soprano to baritone.
Raspies.
She's doing the, oh God, what's her name? Stevie Nicks, or she's going towards not Juice Newton. It wasn't Juice Newton. Oh God, there was another singer that had a raspy voice besides Stevie Nicks. Oh,
Janis Joplin.
well, there's that. But I'm thinking of
If you're thinking of new ones, I have no clue. Newer ones than Janis Joplin, anyway.
I don't need that anymore. Um,
Yeah, they are like spies. You're right, Marianne.
okay, that was Juice Newton that sang that song. Maybe it was Bonnie Tyler that I'm thinking of.
I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
Yes, it was Bonnie Tyler. Holding Out for a Hero.
Oh yeah, that one.
She had
That's
a
a good
raspy.
one.
Sorry, she had a raspy voice as well.
Yeah,
This looks familiar.
So
and do you know how she got that raspy voice?
no,
Drink
sir.
it too much?
Well, she got a cold that got on her vocal cords, and and Doc told her, "You are not going to sing until that is gone."
And she did.
But she didn't obey, and that's why she has a raspy voice.
Oh,
Some people are just stubborn. They don't pay attention. When you tell them not to do something, they're going to do it anyway.
no, I'm not.
I've known a few people like that. They're stubborn.
And sarcastic.
Not
Don't forget that part.
names.
Not pointing fingers.
Not, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Not gonna go there. Mm-mm. Okay.
I can hear Mary Ann yelling in the background. I came in like a wrecking ball.
I got a reaction from the peanut gallery in his sleep.
Oh my goodness. So
Sounded like a pig.
That sounds like a pig.
pride, integrity, and guts. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to bounce off here and I'm going to go see what I can wrestle up for dinner.
Wrestle up some grub.
Yeah. I'm sure
Um,
Faith will be happy.
oh yeah,
probably.
because she'll get the scraps and the little nibbles every now and then. Just
Oh,
to,
trust me, if I walk into the kitchen, she's like, "We're best
"Here's
friends.
mine."
We're best friends."
Yeah. Don't forget me. I'm down here. Hello? Can I have one too?
So I'm going to talk to y'all later. And I didn't say hi to Miss Linda. I'm so sorry. I meant to do that. Hello, Miss Linda. I hope you're doing well. Hugs. And I'll say goodnight to Marianne Ace. And I don't know who, Troy, I think, is still in floating.
Yep.
Because he had too many beans, so he's floating. And I don't know if anybody else is still in the chat. I don't see anybody besides those that I mentioned. But Miss Lori, you have a wonderful night. Don't stay up past your bedtime, young lady.
No, I'm probably going to be hitting the sack early tonight because
That
last
sounds like
night
a
I
good
was
idea.
crawling in bed at 4 o'clock in the morning again. So
You have a nice morning, and I hope that it's somewhere there's a place where you can get cool. You
yeah,
know,
that would be
Yeah.
good.
so say hello to Mrs. Shadow for me, and I'll
Oh
say
well.
honor and strength to you, brother.
Strength and honor, brother.
And y'all have a good day today. Uh, do something nice for somebody, and God bless each and every one of y'all. Y'all take care, okay?
All righty, you take care too.
No problem.
Love you.
Hugs and love.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, Miss
God
Lori.
bless.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Ace says I had pneumonia and COPD made me raspy voice. Yeah,
COPD. That sounds like a police department.
that's cardio. Is it not cardio? What it chronic?
I can Google it and see if I can find out something.
It's pulmonary disorder. It's the lungs. It's a lung um, condition that's
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
yeah. Yeah, that's what
Oh,
they kept saying my brother had. He had COPD. Oh, it's just your COPD. It's just your COPD. And he turned out to
um,
have um, aspergillosis, which was
yeah, it's a lung disease, so that's
mold
correct.
growing in his lungs and melting holes in his lungs. Yeah. It's just COPD. And it's all your fault because you smoked for so many years. Yeah. But they didn't have a doctor that knew anything about aspergillosis until some young whippersnapper said, "Oh, hey, you know what that looks like? That looks like aspergillosis." So they tested him, and sure enough, that's what it was. After years and years and years of saying it was first it was asthma, and then it was asthma induced COPD from smoking, all from smoking.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. It was aspergillosis all along because he used to work as a landscaper. And
okay.
aspergillosis is a mold that comes from the ground. And when you dig in the ground a lot, that's why farmers tend to get aspergillosis
Yeah,
because they're always digging in the dirt, and the dirt contains the aspergillus spores. But all they could see was, oh, cigarettes, cigarettes. It's all cigarettes because that's what they were pushing back then. Everybody, everything, every person that had anything wrong with their lungs was cigarettes. Stop smoking. Well, stop smoking.
hey, I'm not a smoker. Hey, doc, I'm not a smoker. Uh,
Yeah. He was a smoker,
yeah,
and I'm sure that probably didn't help his aspergillosis, but that wasn't the cause of his lungs degenerating. Chris, did you answer my question? What was your question? Shadow, you made everybody hungry
Yeah, obviously.
because you were sitting there eating your bowl of cereal.
10 years ago, I couldn't walk 10 steps, lots of breath. Now I is much better. That's good. That's good, Ace.
Making it home. At home and okay.
COPD do always smoke,
What's going on
non-smokers
with
also.
what's going
Okay.
on? Good night, Marianne. Yeah, it's lung disease. COPD.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I couldn't walk 10 steps, loss of breath. Now it's much better. COPD to always smoke, non smokers also. Well, COPD is a side effect of smoking, but that's not what he had. And that's all they could see. That's all they kept harping on, and they just passed it off. And they ignored the fact that he kept telling them, "Why am I getting a taste of mold in my mouth?"
Oh,
Oh,
that's
we don't.
disgusting.
That could just be, it might just be a mold from something you ate. That it kept going and going and going, and you kept having it and having it. They wouldn't listen. Doctors don't like to listen if you have anything that's going to throw off their patent answer. Their patent answer to everything at the time was COPD. COPD is definitely a serious disease. It's not what he had. But they kept harping on it. And they kept that's what they were convinced he had, and that was the only answer they looked for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can come from secondhand smoke too. Yeah, COPD isn't always smoke. It's an umbrella for other terms. Exactly, Ace. It is. And they were happy just passing them, because they were just shrugging them off because they didn't want to deal with it. Uh, he's just an old fart. We don't care. Oh well. I remember going to the doctors with him one time. And I was asking him questions about, well, what about the fact that he keeps saying that he gets a taste of mold in his mouth all the time? What's that? Oh, it's probably just his teeth, though. He didn't have any teeth at the time. He had them all pulled years before that. No, maybe it's just something he ate that was moldy. Okay. Black lung is also a form of COPD with coal miners. Yes. And also from asbestos. And my brother also worked in a factory that made grinding stones. He used to mix the powders and chemicals and stuff that went into the. He'd open the bags, pour them in a hopper, and it would stir them around. You couldn't walk in there. Every time you walked in there, it was like a cloud of dust in the whole room. You couldn't get away from it. And they never wore masks. So that didn't help either.
No. Now the regulations to wear mask has been more strict. So
Yeah. I wish it had been that strict back then. But that was. Some companies were very good about protecting their employees, and some other ones couldn't be bothered because it might cost more money to get filters in the air to circulate
yeah,
the air, take the cloud of dust out of the air, or to keep it out of the people's faces by putting masks on them so that it would at least filter out some of the dust. Susan! I've been wondering where you were. How are you? Hello, hello. How's
Good morning,
everything down
Susan.
under? Black lung came from coal and rubber. Also lost a grandpa from black lung. Yeah, black lung was nasty. That killed a lot of guys working in the coal mines.
Oh yeah.
Because you'd walk in the coal mines, it was the same way. It was like a black cloud of dust, and you could see it in the lamps. The streak of light that would go out from the lamps, you'd see the dust flowing by. I remember seeing old movies with miners, and there was always a cloud of dust. I'm good, but I've been so busy. My hand is really sore. Oh no. Oh, rheumatism. I don't know what it is. It seems like it's been one of those. That's another thing that's been bothering me trying to sleep at night is my elbow, my shoulder, my wrists. I'll wake up during the night and go to move my wrist and go, ow! And my shoulder will ache or my elbow will ache or all of the above. Yeah. I don't know what it is in the air. I don't know if it's the humidity or what the heck it is, but something's been bugging the heck out of my joints. Yeah, I bet it is still the same way in the mines. Do they at least wear masks now? And like more like gas masks. I'm typing wearing fingerless gloves. It's not easy. Oh, fingerless gloves reminds me of Padre Pio. Used to wear fingerless gloves for a whole different reason. Because his hands used to bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not with the elbow and the shoulder. I'm pretty sure that was all from. Well, I don't know. Maybe the wrists. That could be the wrists. But they've been bugging me for a heck of a long time. No, they're not swollen and red, but they just hurt if I hold them in a certain way for too long. They tend to want to lock up, and I wake up and go to move them, and they go, "Ee!" And it's like, ow. Yeah, my fingers too. They do tend to get a little sore.
Yeah.
My thumbs ain't what they used to be. This one never used to stick out of the side of my hand like that. It's got a weird thing where it wants to stick out sideways. I don't know. It's it almost looks like it's sticking straight out. The pain goes up to the neck sometimes. Really? Yeah, well, I think my shoulder, I know my shoulder and my elbow and um, yeah, my shoulder and my elbow are both from when I fell, because that's the elbow that I landed on when I tried to break my fall going down the cellar stairs when my feet went out from under me. And I landed right smack on the stair, and my shoulder was jammed up. Yeah. And it affects the side of my neck too. I think that was probably what's been causing my headaches lately too. Oh yeah, getting old is so much fun.
Not.
Nah. If I had my druthers, I'd rather be a few years younger. I won't say I'd rather be young again. No, 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 no. But a few years, I wouldn't mind going back to being 60 again. I wasn't quite as pained back then. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure, because that was before I had my back surgery. So, yeah, I ain't going back for nothing. Because it's going to be bad no matter where you go. Okay, it's 2:30. I should be going. I should be going to bed.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Miss Laurie.
Yeah, it would be nice to be 38, but
Uh, yeah.
definitely want to know what I know now. And back then, at least, I was in a little better physical shape, I think. Of course, back then, yeah, my kids were still teenagers. Well, a couple of them were late teens, mid to late teens. Yeah, maybe add a couple of years to that. Never gonna find a perfect age. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Heat isn't very cool to be in. Absolutely. You got that right.
Well, they say you get wiser by age.
That's for sure. Yeah,
But
definitely.
that doesn't apply on everyone.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Uh, if, yeah, I'm not going to go there. Uh, the wisdom that I have now, though, the lessons learned, yeah, absolutely. I definitely would not want to lose everything that I've learned over the past 40 years,
Well,
50
40
years.
years, 40,
I,
50 years, that you have learned a lot of stuff. Oh,
yeah. So even if I went back to being in my 20s or 30s, yeah, it's still a lot of stuff that I would have, I'd be missing if I went back that far without having to keep all the lessons learned since then.
but if you go back to 20, 30 years old and you keep the lessons and everything you learned, that would be fun.
That would definitely be interesting.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, it ain't going to happen. 38, I delivered my first grandchild. And 39, I was a widow. Oh, yuck. Wow. I had my first child at 38. I had mine at 26. Yeah, that's very young to lose your husband.
Yeah.
That's that's devastating. Anyway, I really need to go to sleep.
Yeah, I think that is a good idea.
Yeah, because I want to be in bed by 3 o'clock this morning.
No, that is not a good idea.
Well, it's only 2:37 now, so I'm by the time it's I get upstairs and get undressed and ready for bed and climb in bed and yeah, it's gonna be 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's better than staying up until 3 o'clock. Then it's gonna be almost 3:30 by the time I'm ready for bed.
Yeah,
I need to sleep.
especially if you didn't get a good night's sleep last night. So,
Yeah, I slept pretty good. I slept. Uh, I think I slept for like 3 or 4 hours. Got up to go to the bathroom. Came back to bed. Laid there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours to trying to get back to sleep. Finally, did get back to sleep, and then I slept for another 3 or 4 hours.
yeah.
So that wasn't too bad. But I still ended up sleeping until like quarter two, 1:30, quarter two. It's like, yeah, yeah. I hate sleeping that late because then
Yeah.
the day is shot.
Good night, Troy. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Troy. Love you, my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
God bless you. You take care of yourself. Good night, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping by. I'm sorry I'm leaving so early, but I really need to sleep. Good night, Linda. Good night, Ace. Love you guys. I'm gonna go also. The sun is going down, so I need to go put the chickens away and bring in the wood for this evening's fire. Well, you take care of yourself out there. You be careful, and God bless you. And I hope your arthritis gets better. Take care of yourself. Who else? I think Marianne left. Did
Yeah, I
Marianne?
think so.
I think Marianne left.
Yeah, I think so. Good
Um,
night, Ace.
ouch.
Good night, Susan.
It gives a little twinge in the elbow. I think that's everybody that's here, although it says there's 12 people out there. So I have
Yeah.
no idea who you are or where you are. Love you all. Thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us. Um, love you. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I gotta go because
Yeah.
it's almost quarter of three now.
Yeah.
There goes AI. Do, 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really can't stay. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Do, 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 do. Good night, Avid, wherever you are. Good night.
Good night, Miss Lori.
Good night, Shadow. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming up. Love you and the missus.
Yeah, well,
Seen her go bouncing by tonight. Haven't heard her talking.
I think she bounced by one time at least.
Okay, I must have missed her.
Yeah,
Oh well, tell her I said hello
I will.
and give her a hug for me.
Will do.
All right. Good night, everybody. Love
Take
you
care,
all.
stay safe. God bless.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Good night.